New this morning, the second suspect wanted in connection to last week's double fatal shooting in Worcester is now in custody. U.S. Marshals arrested 27-year-old Dejan Balnaves in San Diego, California yesterday. He was wanted for the shooting death of 27-year-old Chastity Nunez and her 11-year-old daughter Zella. Their bodies were found 1 week ago in an SUV covered in bullet holes. Several law enforcement agencies working together to track down that suspect who was pulled over and arrested during a traffic stop. The Worcester County DA speaking out after the week-long manhunt came to an end.
An arrest was made without violence, and everyone had to fear. You know, the alleged perpetrator was armed and dangerous. That we know. And you look at everyone coming together. It was Worcester Police, the men and women, the State Police Violent Fugitive Apprehension Section, VFAS, the U.S. Marshal's Office, all the different entities, Maine, Connecticut, California. They came together, and it just shows you how great they do.
A second suspect was arraigned on Thursday in connection to that double homicide. 28-year-old Carmel Mangual is facing charges of armed assault to murder.